I'm Michael B. Jordan, and this is what I do every day.
Working out. I think the diet was the hardest thing for me to kind of wrap my head around.
I worked out like maybe 3 or 4 times a day. I ate 4 to 5 times a day. My name is Michael B. Jordan, and I am this year's sexiest man alive.
Michael B. Jordan once struggled to bench 20 pounds. Today, he's built bodies that look like they came out of different worlds. A shredded boxer in Creed, a bulky villain in Black Panther, and a Navy SEAL in Without Remorse. This is the evolution behind Hollywood's most adaptable physique. Michael B. Jordan's fitness journey is unique because it's not about holding one perfect body year after year. It's about reshaping himself again and again for whatever the role demands. Each transformation had its own deadline, its own philosophy, and its own level of intensity. When he stepped into the ring as Adonis Creed, the goal was to move like a real boxer. As Killmonger, he needed sheer size and presence. Playing a Navy SEAL in Without Remorse meant endurance and tactical strength. And most recently, with Sinners and Creed 3, he balanced acting with directing while still pushing his physique to a new peak. The common thread? A relentless work ethic, guided by trainer Corey Calliet, and a willingness to suffer through extreme training to become the character, not just look the part. Michael Bakari Jordan was born on February 9th, 1987, in Santa Ana, California, before moving with his family to Newark, New Jersey. Early on, he stood out at Newark Arts High School, not just for acting, but also for his athletic build and competitive drive. Standing at 6 feet tall and usually walking around between 185 and 200 pounds, his frame was always solid, but it wasn't until Hollywood demanded it that his body became a true calling card. Jordan began his career as a child model and small TV actor, showing up in The Sopranos, Cosby, and the film Hardball. But audiences really noticed him as Wallace in HBO's The Wire, a skinny, tragic teenager. His star rose higher when he played quarterback Vince Howard in Friday Night Lights, showing early hints of his natural athletic presence on screen. In 2013, he broke out with Fruitvale Station, proving his dramatic chops. The turning point came when Ryan Coogler cast him as Adonis Creed. At that point, Jordan connected with trainer Corey Calliet, who pushed him from a young actor with average strength to someone who could convincingly carry the mantle of a heavyweight champion. From then on, his career was defined not just by acting talent, but by physical transformations. For Creed, he leaned into a boxer's athletic frame. For Black Panther, he bulked into Killmonger, a villain whose body was as intimidating as his presence. Later, in Without Remorse, he reshaped himself into a Navy SEAL, doing weighted vest circuits and even underwater strength drills to match the role. Most recently with Creed 3 and Sinners, Jordan had to maintain peak conditioning while also directing and producing, balancing creative leadership with grueling training. Throughout all of it, what made him stand out wasn't just size or definition, it was discipline. He could barely bench 20 pounds when he started with Calliet, but through years of consistent work, he became one of the most adaptable physiques in Hollywood. His story shows how much transformation is possible when talent and work ethic collide. Jordan's week of training kicked off on Mondays with chest, back, and arms. After a mild jog to warm up, he would press heavy dumbbells on an incline for 3 sets of 12, then stretch the chest with 3 more sets of dumbbell flies. Push-ups came next, but not in a simple set. He'd start with 10 reps, then 9, then 8, working his way down to 1, piling up 55 push-ups in a single ladder. Arms closed out the day with 3 sets of 15 dumbbell kickbacks, 2 sets of 20 pushdowns, and another descending ladder of bench dips that left his triceps on fire. Tuesdays targeted pulling strength, 3 sets of one-arm rows, and 3 sets of neutral grip pull-downs built width across his back. From there, he stacked 3 more sets of bent-over barbell rows, followed by curls from every angle, 3 sets of alternating dumbbell curls, 3 sets of heavy barbell curls, and 3 sets of hammer curls. Each exercise ran for 12 reps, and rest never stretched beyond a minute, forcing his arms to grow while his lungs kept burning. Midweek was brutal. Wednesdays belonged to legs and abs, starting with 3 sets of dumbbell lunges, each leg working for 30 seconds. Hip extensions and leg curls, 3 sets apiece. Attacked hamstrings before Romanian deadlifts, tested strength with 12 heavy reps each round. Squats were the killer, 10 sets, starting at 10 reps, and dropping 1 each set until he finished with a single. After that came a gauntlet of core work, crunches on a Swiss ball, hanging leg raises, banded reverse crunches, medicine ball toe touches, and sprinter sit-ups, all hammered in sets of 25. By the end, his lower body and abs were completely drained. Thursday circled back to chest and arms with even more volume. The dumbbell bench press ran through 5 sets, starting at 10 reps and sliding down to 6. Push-ups and flies alternated in 5-round pairs, building both strength and definition. Then came 4 sets of dumbbell curls, 4 sets of triceps kickbacks, and 4 high-rep sets of bench dips. Just when it seemed done, the abs were punished again with Swiss ball crunches, hanging leg raises, resistance band reverse crunches, toe touches with a medicine ball, and sprinter sit-ups, each for 25 reps. Fridays were dedicated to shoulders and conditioning. Standing barbell presses alternated between heavy and high rep sets from 20 reps down to 8, followed by lateral raises and bent-over flies in the 15-rep range. To finish, Calliet pushed him through high-intensity circuits, shadowboxing with light dumbbells, burpees, mountain climbers, and shoulder taps, repeated in 3 fast-paced rounds that felt more like fight camp than bodybuilding. Saturday was the only breather, but not a lazy one. Jordan kept active with 30 to 45 minutes of jump rope, shadowboxing, and mobility drills. This flushed soreness, loosened tight joints, and kept him ready to perform without overtraining. Sundays were complete rest, his only chance to recharge before the cycle began again. This balance of volume, conditioning, and recovery sculpted not just muscle, but the stamina and athleticism that made his physique believable on screen. Strong, sharp, and built to move. Jordan's nutrition was as disciplined as his workouts, built around 6 structured meals a day. Mornings started clean with egg whites, a whole egg, and a small portion of oats or rice. It wasn't flashy, but it fueled the early training sessions and set the tone for the day. By mid-morning, he reached for a protein shake paired with slow-digesting carbs like steel-cut oats. This second meal kept his metabolism firing and gave him steady energy without weighing him down before hitting the gym again. Lunch was the cornerstone: 8 ounces of lean protein, often chicken or ground turkey, balanced with rice or sweet potatoes and a serving of green vegetables. It was the kind of plate you'd see on repeat, because the goal wasn't variety, it was results. In the afternoon, he kept the formula simple: another serving of lean protein paired with a moderate portion of carbs, then straight back to training. A second shake came later, often with oats blended in, fast to digest but enough to refill muscles after long workouts. Dinner closed the day with lean protein, sometimes fish or turkey, and plenty of vegetables, but almost no carbs if filming was near. To keep joints healthy and hormones in balance, he added small amounts of healthy fats like olive oil or nuts. Even with this strict regimen, Jordan had one escape: cheat meals. About once a week, usually on a Sunday, he let himself eat whatever he craved. During Creed shoots in Philadelphia, that meant cheesesteaks, big, greasy ones, often more than one in a sitting. His trainer, Corey Calliet, encouraged it because those cheat days kept his body responsive and his mind sane. Supplements filled in the gaps: whey protein isolate after training, creatine on heavy days, omega-3s for recovery, and ZMA at night for better sleep and testosterone support. Nothing exotic, just proven basics to complement the food. The structure wasn't glamorous, but over time, it sculpted a body that could change with every role while staying consistently strong and lean. Jordan's routine was built for movie deadlines, but regular people can take the same structure and make it work. Instead of 6 days a week, start with 3. Chest and arms one day, legs and abs the next, and a mix of boxing or cardio for the third. Keep workouts to under an hour and focus on form before adding weight. On the diet side, you don't need 6 meals a day. Aim for 3 balanced meals and 1 or 2 snacks. Stick to lean protein, clean carbs like rice or oats, and plenty of vegetables. If you want a treat, follow his lead and keep it to 1 cheat meal each week. The point isn't to copy every detail, it's to borrow the discipline. Jordan's physique was built on consistency, and that's something anyone can practice. Michael B. Jordan's body transformations prove that greatness comes from consistency, not shortcuts. He didn't just build muscle for the sake of it, he built the body each role demanded, backed by discipline in the gym and precision in the kitchen. For most of us, the takeaway isn't about training like a movie star 6 days a week. It's about committing to a structure, staying patient, and allowing steady effort to reshape us over time. Whether your goal is strength, size, or just looking better in the mirror, the formula remains the same. Train with purpose, fuel your body with clean food, and don't forget to leave room for life along the way.